Hi, my beautiful soul. I feel like this video found you for a reason. Something that will be revealed by the end of this video has a message for you. This caught your attention from the subconscious. If you're feeling lost right now, if you're struggling financially, if you absolutely despise your job and you feel like you can't really put a finger on what your gifts are or what your purpose could be, but there's something within you, this little light of hope that knows there has to be something better than what you're experiencing right now, that life has to offer you, then this video is for you. Hello, my name is Mikey Gabriella and I'm your God Fairy Human Design Mother. And I will break up energetics, authenticity, and human design in very tangible, easy to understand ways so that you can utilize it to up-level your life. Welcome to the Human Design Portal, your safe space to decondition so that you can align with the right people, opportunities, and chances. Please take a moment to subscribe to this channel, give it a like. I love watching this community grow and it keeps me motivated to show up and deliver you the best energetic downloads every single week on a Sunday, 6 p.m. You've got my face, a new video, new nugget of information ready for you to take in. Maybe you're here because you've tried so many different things and nothing really seems to make the needle move forward. Maybe you've tried therapy and that worked for a while, it's been great, but there's still something that is like bubbling underneath that wants to break out and break through. Maybe you've tried coaching and you just feel like that was a waste of your money because they didn't really see your unique capacity and your unique gifts. Or maybe you've already done some human design research and you've been like trying to pick up free information here and there, but it's actually leaving you more confused than the clarity that you were searching in the beginning. And I get it. Maybe you're worried about money. Maybe you're afraid that if you actually invest in yourself, you're gonna get let down. Maybe you haven't built the courage, the bravery, and that deep understanding that this time you won't self-abandon, that you are actually worth living that life your soul truly desires, that if you make the best bet that you could ever, which is investing in yourself, because deep down you know that you deserve to express your purpose and contribute to the consciousness of the world, to make your little mark. It is unfathomable that you are existing in this moment in time, my beautiful soul, without any purpose. You are not here to just like dim down your light, to do what you've been told and get your soul sucked by a 9 to 5. You have the special something that makes people smile, that when you hug your best friend, they feel calm, they feel at ease, that you mirror back the beauty in other people because you know that beauty in humanity exists no matter how dark life sometimes feels like. Or even worse, what if all your fears come true? What if you make an investment and again, it's something that won't work out? Maybe you don't have time and you already feel so stretched thin with all of your responsibilities at work, with your family, maybe your children and your relationship. Or even worse, what if you do find your purpose? What if it's asking you to let go of everything you knew and finally step into the full potential that you know you carry? What if you are finally allowed to live that life that is fulfilling, exciting, full of adventures, that allows you to feel safe, that allows you to be seen, that allows you to be fully loved for your whole authentic self and be abundant while doing so? What if that could happen? I know those thoughts because those were my thoughts when I discovered human design. And there was this calling inside of me asking me to dig deeper, to find out more. And you know what? It brought me to my knees. It made me let go of everything I thought was true about myself. And once I was down on my knees, just letting grief come over me, I was able to let go of all of the stories that I had about who I had to be and what I had to do in order to achieve a life that felt worth living. And once I did let go of all of those beliefs around my shame, my fear of not being good enough, my fear of not being loved, of being faulty, the fear of rejection, that deep sense of failure that I carried within me from all these years trying and nothing ever working out. The moment I let go of that, I was able to step into a new reality. And I've created this most wonderful, aligned life for myself and my daughter, where I have an incredible team that is supporting me to bring this vision and the human design information out into the world. So it doesn't change just my life, but it has the absolute potential to completely transform yours. Let me show you how. Imagine this. You wake up every day excited because you know that you are living from your heart. You know how to make decisions without doubting yourself. You have created a trust muscle with the universe that allows you to be and feel safe in your full, whole, authentic self. Every day you wake up being able to step into who you are, to connect to the gratefulness of being alive, for the good and also the bad. Because the bad is part of life, and pretending that we're all spiritual and we can just like manifest our life into oblivion without ever having hardship is not the reality of life. Life will stretch you thin. Life will expand you. But knowing how to show up for yourself in those times is what will change the whole experience of your life. Because it is the way that you perceive what is happening to you. The moment that you let go of what you think what is happening to you means about you. I'm bad, nobody loves me, I will never succeed. And you actually utilize what's happening to you as a way to heal, as a way to get to know yourself better, as your way to amend those limiting beliefs and that pain that is stuck in your body, so that you can actually step out of this confrontational situation bigger, more secure, more healed, and more confident. That is the shift. Imagine having a roadmap so clear about who you are and where your life is meant to take you, that you no longer doubt what opportunities are right for you or not, that you only step into aligned, beautiful, romantic relationships, that you step away from abuse and step away from self-abandonment because you understand how to move through life, how to attract, how to magnetize, and how to become incredibly radiant so that only the most aligned opportunities find you. Imagine that you start stepping into that beautiful energetic authenticity that is like a magnet where everybody is constantly looking towards you because you are just so charismatic, you are so free, you are so full of joy that everybody's like, what are you doing? And that this roadmap is not only to really deeply know yourself, but that you can actually use it to help and guide and support everybody in your life that you love in a tangible, very specific, concrete way that removes all of the doubts that they've had before, because you finally see them and understand them without judgment, but who they are through their authenticity, without having to take things personal, without having to blame, needing to change, wanting to push or pull anybody in any direction, because you have deeply embodied and understood the uniqueness of who we've come to be and our soul's pure expression. And this roadmap will help you guide your parents, your children, and utilize it to uplevel anybody that can become your client, no matter in what arena. I truly believe that understanding beyond psychology, our energetics, will help us improve this world and our interpersonal relationships onto an absolutely new level. The real problem is not that you're broken or that you're lazy, because you could be stuck in a job that you hate and everybody is mad at you because you're not performing and you're not delivering, but it's because your body has a fawn response to the job. It feels so unsafe in your soul to do the shit you hate doing that your whole body is rejecting concentration. You're getting tired. You're yawning. It's not because you're lazy or you're unfit or you're not meant for incredible success, whatever success looks like for you. It is that you're stuck in a place that your soul rejects. And the whole spiritual industry tries to cash out on the fact that you need to be healed. Let me break it to you, my beautiful soul. You do not need to be healed. I am not freaking healed, okay? We're all just like in a constant expanding, learning, breaking open. Life is not linear. Life is not that meme that is like a straight line. It's yeah, I know, great performance. But what I'm trying to say is that I despise the whole spiritual industry trying to make people feel like they can't achieve what they want because they're not healed. You can find love even if you don't love yourself. I know, shocker. I know. How dare she? But this is truly what I believe. I don't think nobody of us fully 100% loves ourselves. It's like a 1% chance. Like, we're all effed up from childhood. Something traumatized that. If it weren't our parents, it was a situation, you know, it doesn't matter. Big T trauma, small T trauma. Don't let anybody tell you that you need to be healed to get, because it comes from that deservingness. Oh, if you're not perfect, then you don't deserve love. If you're not perfect, then you don't deserve success in your work. For the first years, when I started with human design, I'm like, oh my God, I'm never gonna be successful because I am not healed. I need to do so much work on myself. Let me buy that course. Let me do that meditation. Let me this. No. You are right now completely capable of having the life you dream of. You don't need to be healed because you're not broken. You're in the process of mending. You're in the process of finding yourself, in the process of stepping into understanding what needs to be fed and what shame needs to be released. Because we carry so much guilt. We carry so much fear of not being loved, of not being perfect enough, but you are deserving of the life that you want. Your soul has a dream. Your heart has a desire, and it's there for a reason. The real issue here is that we've all been raised in a society that capitalizes on our lack of knowledge of self. We all have been raised in these systems that go against who we are. And instead of understanding that we need to change our life to be able to live a beautiful, authentic, aligned life where we are in our purpose, we hate ourselves, we despise ourselves for not fitting in, because we're not normal, because something's wrong, because why can't you if everybody else can? Well, I can't because I'm unique. And I'm meant to do my own thing. But stepping out of the crowd is so scary because as humans, we are just driven by survival. And that fear of being thrown out from the tribe is huge. It's life or death. I know that human design can sometimes sound like fluffy, very superficial, but it goes deep. It goes deep into life and death. This fight of wanting to be seen and live an authentic life and yet fearing to be kicked out from the tribe, left alone in the wilderness when we actually are who we've come to be. We are taught to ignore our most core self way to create. And when we're torn from the process of being the creator of our life, we feel stuck, we feel depressed, we feel like God has left our side because we are not communicating with higher forces to be able to really build out that desire that is manifested within us already. And you want to know why I know all of this? I know all of this because I lived it. I was burned out. I had an autoimmune disease. I hated my body. I hated myself. I don't deserve love. I must be broken. God doesn't love me. Why do I want all of these things and nothing ever happens? And it was only when I realized that I had to stop working against who I actually am, that everything that was happening to me was not because I was faulty or God hated me, but it was for me so that I could unravel, so that I can't let go of all that shit that I was accumulating that had nothing to do with me, that I thought I had to be, that I thought I had to live my life in a certain way to be loved, when actually, the moment I got rid of all of that, I was able to step into the life that truly fits who I am, where I don't need to struggle, where I'm financially abundant for something that I just feel is my second nature doing, which is sitting here and telling you you're awesome and you should stop being afraid of living the life you know you deserve. And it is wild to me. The first $50 I made when I did my first human design reading, best $50 I made in my life, because it confirmed to me I can do what I love and get paid by doing something that feels so natural to me. And so it was only when human design found me that I realized that was a key element missing in all of the things that I tried, therapy and diets and this and whatever. It was understanding something that we as a collective are just grasping. And that is the understanding of our energetics. Everything in our life is matter, meaning everything in our life is energy. And when I studied the human design system, it unraveled something within me, a deeper understanding, love, and compassion that I truly feel like was miraculous healing. And now I teach others how to deeply understand the human design system so that they can apply it to a transformation for their own personal growth, but also so they can implement it into their already existing coaching business so that they stop guessing and actually start realizing who they have in front of them, so that they can support even better the people that they are here to guide into a better life. I quit school when I was 16, and my grades always depended on the teachers. And because I was a bad student, I thought never in my life will I ever teach anything. But I had so many people reaching out to me, Michael, when are you doing a human design training? When are you doing a human design training? That divine timing happened, and I was like, you know what? Now I'm gonna do it. And to be 100% honest, when I did the training, I was like, no, human design is my thing. That just changed my life. It's my thing. But you know what the wild thing is? I have seen the most incredible, spectacular transformations in my over 700 students that we have inside the Transformational Human Design Certification. And it is wild to see the magnetism that happens once you've understood your human design and you start sharing it with the world. And you don't even need to have social media, because a lot of people are like, oh, you have a huge following. No. You will tell somebody in a coffee shop and the neighbor will listen and they will get curious, and then you're doing your human design to your hairdresser. This is no joke. I've had people do one story with their small amount of followers on their account, and suddenly they have 10 clients. Human design spreads like wildfire. They hear it and people are like, this resonates so much, I want to know. They start charging 200 euros for an hour of their reading straight out the training. I didn't start like that. As I said, I started with 50 bucks. So the people in my training, they come out confident. They know their worth. And it is incredible to see them all come to life in the community. The way that we all support each other, the workshops that they've done, the talks, the kind of clients that they're attracting. It is crazy to see. We're just at the cusp of what human design and its impact will state in society, in kindergartens, at schools, in offices. I have somebody who's worked with a tax office. Like, how do these people find human design interesting? But it is my limited view, because human design is so incredibly impactful. And the transformations I've seen with the students has been wild. Healing their autoimmune diseases, starting building six-figure businesses, being able to leave their corporate jobs that they hate to start actually traveling the world, doing readings from all over the place, while being able to make money and sustain themselves doing something that feels like they're contributing to the world. Because the biggest takeaway of becoming human design reader is that you think you're studying something that will help other people, but you haven't understood until you give a reading how incredible it feels to you and what a gift it is to yourself to be able to support and hold space for a beautiful soul that is looking to be seen and understood. Most people stop at the surface. You learn a little bit about your energy type, a little bit about your authority, but then it kind of like stops there. Or you're trying to consume free content, but you don't really have structure and guidance to understand how to piece all things together and deeply understand how to embody that energy and bring it to life, explain it in a tangible way so that others understand what you're trying to say or where you're trying to get to. But I know that if you're here watching, you're not most people. If you don't have a purpose right now, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like financially things are not working out for you, let me tell you. Recently, I was so in shock. This is because I've been working for myself for the last 5 years, and I got school at 16, so I'm not very familiar with the traditional path anyways. But I was sitting down with a client of mine who purchased the Align Plus, and she won 30-minute session with me. And she was telling me that she is a chemical engineer. She has a degree, she studied, okay? She's working for the state of Portugal, and she's making 1,200 euros. And she is hoping to move in with her boyfriend in 2 years into a shared flat. When I heard that, I was shocked, because if you're making 200 euros with one human design reading, even if you're charging 120, starting out, beginning the lowest end of the lowest end of what the market is for human design readings, it is so easy to get to 5, 7K a month. It's wild. It's wild. If you have a 9 to 5, and this is the kind of shitty salary that you're getting paid, please, no matter if you do a human design training or you don't become a human design reader, please think about building your own business and taking charge of your own destiny. And if you are interested in human design and you feel this calling, it is always said, you don't choose human design chooses you. If you do not know if this is the right path for you, but you know there's something better waiting for you, if you love human design and want to know more about it and really deeply understand it, if there might be this small chance within you that you trust that you are allowed to be seen, to be heard, and that you are here to support, help, and guide others, then I want to offer my free alignment call to you. This is not a human design reading, but this is a beautiful time with one of my chosen team members to help you assess where you are in life right now and what are the steps you need to take to up-level into the life your soul desires. This is absolutely free of charge. You can book your call now. This will only be available for the next 4 days, and spots are going fast. There's only a limited amount of calls. So if you feel that there's something within you that wants to get to know yourself better, please get your free call. And if you are like, Micah, I don't need the free call because I know that human design is my calling, and this is something that I need to be integrating in my business as of yesterday, you can purchase the human design certification training right now in the comments below, in the caption. This is an incredible offer. Enrollment is open only right now. For the next 4 days, you will be able to join the Transformational Human Design Certification, where you're gonna have an incredible time that will absolutely up-level your life, and you and I get to hang out for 12 months. We're gonna meet once a month in person, and you can ask all of your questions, and it's just gonna be us with like-minded, beautiful souls going really deep and exploring life and energetics and how to help the world and how to create a life full of abundance. So if you're ready to step into this new chapter of your life, this is your sign, this is your chance. Trust that voice, because I trusted my voice that one time, and it completely changed my life from being incredibly miserable to having an incredible life that could not be more tailored to my needs. And again, I thought human design was just for me, but the truth is that if you don't know what to do with your life and you're spending your time watching this video, human design is for you as well. As always, remember, I don't care what anybody says, I love you.